figure four stretch. The figure four stretch is a very important stretch, especially for anybody, literally everybody. Um, Running, sitting, standing excessively, it helps to relieve a lot of muscles along the pelvic floor, the hamstrings, well, biceps femoris to be most specific. And as far as pelvic floor, it loosens up the glutes, glute medius, the external rotators, which attach right into the sacrum and run right along the pelvic floor, and all of the corresponding fascia and neighboring tissue. Now, for the figure four, you start off with crossing one leg over the other like so, and you have three distinct positions here. You're going to use the center of your chest to guide you. The center of your chest can go to your knee, it can go to the middle of your leg, or it can go to your foot. Each of these will stretch something different. This position first will mostly focus on the glute muscles, the large glute muscles, and specifically their interaction and connection in with the IT band, which is very necessary when you end up doing a lot of hip and glute work or running and any of that stuff. The next position, the middle, will focus more on the glute medius, which is at the top of the hip in the back. And the glute medius also has a nice interaction with the IT band, and we'll get into how it protects the knee in just a minute. The next, and when you're doing this stretch, you can focus on being able to actually close this gap as much as possible. And it'll take you a while to get there. You're not going to get there in the beginning. Some of you, just crossing your leg over, you're going to feel the stretch just crossing your leg over without having to do much else. Third position is to the foot. Now, when you're going to the foot, chest to foot, you're going to feel this mostly in the biceps femoris, which is a hamstring muscle down in here. That ties right up into your glute in the back. And this is a great way to support your hamstring stretching. Now, one of the reasons why this stretch is so important, a lot of times we hear about meniscus tears and the MCL tears, medial collateral ligament tears. They occur right in here. What happens is that, notice how far away from the glutes this is. These little ligaments, tendons, they end up getting overstretched, often popping, requiring operation. The reason why that happens is because you have this massive chunk of IT band that ties up into the TFL and the glute medius and the glutes and all this tissue back here. It's laying tension all the way down to the knee and is literally buckling the knee in this position. So this gets overstretched because of all the tension that's going on here. So if you're having that funky pain in your medial knee, do these stretches immediately. It helps to foam roll the glutes, foam roll the IT band, foam roll the vastus lateralis muscle. It's part of your quads. It's the lateral-most part of your quadratus, lateral-most part of the quadriceps muscle group. This muscle goes totally underestimated constantly. Why I say that is because it is sitting right along the edge of the IT band. And we always think, oh, the TFL is the muscle that puts tension on the IT band. Yeah, it does, but not really. The vastus lateralis lays the tension on the IT band, for real. And as soon as you loosen up that vastus lateralis, the IT band usually just goes to jelly, almost immediately. Now, the vastus lateralis' influence is pulling the IT band this way, all the way across, pulling it laterally, or medially into the thigh. So you're going to have to foam roll the vastus lateralis, foam roll your glutes, foam roll your TFL, foam roll lateral hamstring will help. I think it's called the semimembranosus, the outer one. So you're going to have to loosen all those up if you're dealing with any pain over here. But that said, this stretch is particularly important for keeping your pelvic floor healthy. We already discussed that, in check. Now, if you have trouble crossing your leg over, there is an easier version of this stretch. And so what you do, I love the bench for this, is that you just cross over the bench. and do all the same positions. The only problem with the bench is that you're going to have your your foot dropping off the bench. So to correct that, when you're trying to go for that first position, bend in like so. You can sit right on your foot if it's comfortable for you. And you have to do a little finagling to twist yourself into position, but you can get center of your chest right down to your knee quite easily and get that gluteus to start loosening up. For the glute medius, you can go straight across. It's not so bad because your foot's not going to drop off so much, so you can go right down into this position. Make sure you've got enough of a space to be able to make that distance. And then again, with the foot positioning, and notice I didn't twist my body for this. I just positioned the leg over the center part of the bench where I want to do the stretch. So if I want to stretch for the knee, if I want to stretch center of chest to the knee, I put the knee over the bench. Same thing goes center of chest over the middle of the leg, put the middle of the leg over the bench. Center of chest to the foot, put the foot over the bench. So it's a slightly different maneuvering positioning, but it allows you your flexibility to have some room to play.